Hey everyone, welcome to the grind. We are back on Zoom as per, last week. And
I haven't left this room since the last time we recorded. I've just been in here the whole
Yeah,
time.
oh, it's like a,
yeah.
like a
You were
little
waiting for the whole week.
Yeah.
amazing. Well, yeah, I know it's been trying times. So how you doing?
How you doing?
Did
Ah,
I knock Joey down?
Um, how am I doing? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I have left this room actually, thankfully.
Oh, nice.
So, but cabin fever is real. I haven't left the house since Tuesday, or
Oh,
3 days ago. So I need to get out for my sanity's sake. So
yeah.
yeah. It's weird working from home. I like it, but then I also don't. So
Yeah, there's like no divide, right?
Yeah.
Like there's it's like you never seem to stop working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's no boundary at all when it comes to working from home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks to think that like this is the reality that like some kids are growing up in, with like restrictions and whatever. And I just really hope that this will be all done soon. Where kids can just have a normal, childhood. Not having to deal with mask and doing Zoom on school. Sorry, school on Zoom. I think working from home has been a little bit of a challenge. Like you said, there's no separation between work and rest, and it's like you never stop working. But also has given me this time on my hands to like kind of just I also teaching me how to like manage my time well. And then also, guys, the panic buying is getting.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm going out and buying something, and then it's like I'm checking out just like a box of milk, and everyone in their is like has everything in their
They have 6 cartons of milk, the big ones.
Yeah, and I'm just like, am I missing the memo here? Like, should I like buy more? I start to feel a little bit like like frustrated and like a little bit like scared, like maybe I should like jump on a bandwagon, maybe I need to do this. And then I don't know, their fears. That is quite a challenge.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, well, I mean, like speaking of food, actually, like what's the and with all the panic buying and everything, like what's the most common quick food you would grab to satisfy your hunger?
My go-to food with panauchi, the corned beef sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, that sounds really yummy.
I am partial to mac and cheese actually.
Ooh, the Kraft kind.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned box of Kraft mac and cheese.
I don't know whether you guys have done this, but taking like a can of like chicken mushroom soup and like Campbell's chicken mushroom soup, and then like with macaroni. Basically, it's like macaroni and soup.
Yeah.
Because I'm a real soup person, and just like putting the macaroni in the soup and like putting spring onions on top. Ooh, that is like a nice like comfort, dish for me. This week we started new series, the I Am series, and again, if you guys don't know, that this is really cool that we're doing this with not just like at ICA, but also like with other churches and also like beyond Hong Kong as well. And that's really cool to have one church like really united to do this. And so this week, and so throughout this next 2 months, we're gonna go through the I Am series, and we're gonna look at the I Am statements that Jesus makes. And I think like for that time, it's a really outrageous saying to say that I am the bread of life, I am the light of the world. People will be like, what are you saying, dude? So we're looking at the first one of the I Am statements that Jesus says, and he says, I am the bread of life. And that was something that KY was sharing on, like basically I am the bread of life, and basically the implications of that statement for us. And I think it was a really practical message that KY shared. And so with that being said, we're looking at like the book of John, and John chapter 6 is where he says, I am the bread of life. And I have a question for you guys. So in John 6:30, let me just read the verse. It says, so the crowd is, looking at Jesus, speaking to him, Jesus sharing. so on and so forth. And then the crowd says to him, then what sign do you do that we may see and believe you? What work do you perform? So putting ourselves in the crowd's shoes, what would your answer be to this question? I mean, it's a little bit hard to answer that question because I know that Jesus is real. I don't need signs, to confirm that he's real. But obviously the times I'm like, come on, Jesus, if you just could do this would be great. And I think one of the things would be like, seeing like, my healing happen in my family. I've got family members who are sick. And so, it would be really great. For that to happen.
I think that would be similar to mine as well. Like, I would ask the Lord to heal our family members who are sick right now, especially. I mean, like, I'm putting it in the circumstance of like, if that situation where the crowd of people are around Jesus and the situation circumstances right now, like, I would ask for the Lord also to heal those who are currently sick as well. And what's crazy about this story though is that for us, we have this faith where we believe that God is truly, Jesus is truly God, without even totally seeing him, like visually seeing him. But the fact that these people actually see him, you know what I mean?
And they still needed proof.
I feel like, of course, I would question myself also if I were in that shoes in that age, would I still be questioning God or Jesus if I see him face to face already? And like, I don't know. I've been pondering that question as well.
I would like to see him do something for the benefit of a lot of people. Sort of, I guess, in the way that like he fed 5,000, right? Like I would, or like, I don't know. This is kind of out there, but I don't know. Maybe like end oppression of a certain people or something like that.
Or maybe like have human trafficking like destroyed. Like where all these like evil things like just done.
So I would probably go that way. Like if you can solve a seemingly unsolvable problem,
Wow. Like end all wars, something like that.
Kind of,
All right. So one of my favorite things that KY said that actually was really encouraging me is that Jesus has a solution, and at any time he knows all of our problems and needs, and like it's kind of like awesome to know that like he already knows what like we need, perfectly. And but then we think to like, what, I know like what's the best thing to do. Like I know how to resolve my own problem. And out of our own foolish ways, we try to do that. And he blesses us beyond what we ask for. And I think like during that time when Jesus says, I am the bread of life, he's using it like a term that's, common to everyone, like anyone will understand it. And it's kind of true, like bread is known to everyone regardless of social status. So Jesus provides all that we could possibly need. So I think like, it's safe to say that all of us here have, different views on what fulfillment looks like, right? And I think what Jesus is trying to point to is that, when he performs all these miracles, to point to him, that he is the true fulfillment, in life. But let's be real, like sometimes we're looking at other things for fulfillment, right? So what are some things that brought you fulfillment in the past? And what does fulfillment look like for you now?
I think I always got fulfillment through like some kind of achievement, like whether it was academic, which didn't happen that often, or athletic, like winning competitions or something like that.
Oh yes.
Like obviously, I mean, if you win something, obviously you feel fulfilled because you've worked hard at something to achieve it, and then when you finally get it, it's great. But I think these days it's like, just a good day at work. If I've been productive,
fulfilled.
If my if my loved ones are happy, then yeah, still fulfilled. If I get a rare trophy on PlayStation, fulfilled. You know, that's
Well,
I was about
think-
to say that. You got that.
yeah. Gamer's gonna game.
Yeah, exactly.
with all this time in the world,
Yeah. So
so many
I mean-
trophies to get.
basically, yeah, any sort of achievement, I think.
I think for me would be when I was still single. I used to play a lot. Like even in high school, I used to play a lot of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So usually on that day, I would play maybe 7 to 10 games, and if those 10 games I didn't lose, then I feel fulfilled. So I would actually compete in different courts with a couple of my best friends, and then just play. And if I manage to at least maybe win, like if I can manage to win the whole day without losing, then I feel really like accomplished and really happy about it. But now I'm more of like, if I'm doing well as a parent, I think that's always the thing now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, your priorities change. You have kids, you know,
yeah,
you have a family.
yeah, and then if I get to hear Ruth pray, she's like, amen and stuff like that. Even Raya would say amen as well. So I'm actually pretty like happy about it, knowing that we're kind of like, even though it's just a simple thing, of course, sometimes they don't really understand what prayer means as well. But the act, I feel like the act would kind of give them a perspective of reminding them that this food is not actually just coming from your parents. It actually comes from God, and we are blessed to have these food. So something like that. And I also feel accomplished that Ruth now is also playing PlayStation with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What about you, Pat?
Me,
Yeah.
well, I am quite competitive. So,
Really?
Really?
so beating people in the past gave me, well, not physically beating people.
Okay,
I
I'm
was
glad
gonna
you
say
cleared
you
that up.
bully?
Well done.
Sorry, defeating people, I would say, like brought me fulfillment. So if I got, let's say, higher grades, I'd be like, in my head, I'm like, well, I wasn't very, I didn't hide my glee very well. So if I got better grades, people would be like, ha, you know, and then like, yes, I know I was that person. And then I found fulfillment being like the fastest girl in school, like, because 100 meters, long jump, that was my thing. That was in primary school. Primary school was really good. In high school, I wasn't as good. I'm like some other people with longer legs and faster. I was like, what? Yeah. Anyways, so I think it brought me fulfillment when I, was the winner. Winning just, brought life to me. Even like winning at Sunday school, like getting the Bible verse, all the trivia and everything, and getting all those points. The exchange prices. Like I felt like such a winner. But yeah, even just little things at work that you do something right and you're like you get like approval, like that works. I'm like, yeah, I know, that brings me fulfillment. So but
Nice.
Or even just like people, like just getting really seeing the Lord for themselves, or really just like living their best life in the Lord, that really brings me fulfillment. Like, yes, like I'm so glad that you're on this path, so yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Yeah, tied over time. But I know, like, when I was thinking about the word fulfillment, it oftentimes like ties in with joy. So like, when you feel fulfilled, you feel joy, right? Like, playing PS, you feel joy, defeat, and then like, I'm sure you guys feel joy when you win at things, right? So
Yes.
Sure.
and I know right now it's so easy to let this crisis rob us of our joy. So what are some things in the season that is bringing you joy?
I think I honestly think there are a couple of things. It's just that sometimes it can get redundant,
Yeah.
like if I were going to say what's my joy right now, is just being able to see the kids playing at home.
Oh,
It's very rowdy. And
Yeah.
then get to see Rachel sometimes being able to find a quiet time by herself, just sitting outside. That one for me brings joy, because it's not very often for you to actually get peace and quiet at home.
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so
I think these days what brings me joy is actually just finding a new a new TV series to just get into and lose. I mean, you're talking about sleeping for 8 hours, but like lose 8 hours too. But yeah, mainly because I'm at home. What else is there to do but check out new stuff? So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What will bring joy is finding a nice can of chicken mushroom soup.
So
Still
scarred
not over it.
from shopping.
If that's one thing I'm good at is being salty. So you know how like people say you're the salt of the earth. That's me. I'm taking it real literal. No. But besides that, I think what brings me joy is I think just actually being in the sun. Like I have a spot in the house that has sunlight. Sometimes I just sit there just to like receive the sunlight. And I think just laughing with you guys and hanging out, I think it brings joy.
Man. Same for me, man. Same.
It's been good. So yeah.
Also, drinking out of an oversized cup brings me joy too.
No, that's a soup mug. That has got to be a soup mug,
well,
or a candle holder, or something.
It's got tea in it, so it's a tea mug.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. You know what matches that one?
What?
Mushroom soup.
Oh yeah, I could put a whole can of mushroom soup in this, I think.
I hate you guys. I'm like about to go see if I can find if I find one can, I'm gonna send you guys a picture. Just one can. So they do 3 cans for a deal. So
I wanna be there just to hear Petrina scream like, yeah!
I will. All right, guys. Anyways, it's good to catch up. Good to see that you guys are doing good and staying joyful during the season. Just stay safe and
you too, guys.
Yeah. I'm just excited for what we're going to learn this series, and I think learning about the different decorative statements that Jesus makes and how it's relevant to us is going to be really encouraging for us during this time.
And this will take us all the way to Easter, won't it?
Yeah, till Easter Sunday.
Yep.
All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.
Yep.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.